Okay, this is the HVAC indoor air handler. So it's the circulating fan, it's the furnace, the fan comes on and the furnace comes on, and it's the air conditioner. The fan comes on and the condensing unit outside comes on, and the evaporator coils, the air is forced through the evaporator coils, and it does its job that way. It's called an indoor air handler. And so we're here, it's in the upstairs hallway. Now when it's an updraft system like this, but if you'll notice over here we've got a vent that's going down to the downstairs area. So at that point, the cavity here used as a return air plenum does not have to be lined. Okay, because we're getting our air from beneath the plenum cabinet floor. So no solution, no problem. It's an induction fan. This is I think this is a category C. Okay, so it's an induction fan. Where do we get our air? Well, we don't get our air. We simply don't. So that's kind of a negative. We're supposed to have good ventilation for the fan to operate, and we don't have that. Our flue, okay, we're supposed to have a thimble, so a fire blocking thimble, and we don't have that either. All right, our data plates indicate that this equipment, both the evaporator coil and the furnace, the cabinet, are 16 years old. This equipment is engineered on paper to last 20 years. It might last 35 years, but Las Vegas is going to give you about 14 years on this stuff. So at 16 years, it's pretty much exceeded its economic life. Doesn't mean that it can't be operable. It doesn't mean that it can't go a little while longer. It might go a long while longer for all we know, but we don't know. We do know that statistically, this guy's an old man. By statistical average, he's an old man. This is the gas piping coming into the furnace, and it does not have a sediment trap. We do not have a Care and Use Manual. So I'm just going to raise this up a little bit. I was able to open it up. I haven't actually suited it up yet. I'm pretty early in the inspection, so I don't have some. I'm just going to take a wrench to a nut driver to get the top panel in, and we'll get it fixed up. This is the evaporator primary drain line, and it has a nice deep P-trap on there, and it's all insulated, and I just can't say enough good things about this. This is nice. But what I can say is what we don't have, and we don't have a secondary drain line. I mean, we have a secondary drain port, and it's been capped off. So in a case like this where you maybe can't take the drain pipe out for the secondary, the emergency, if this gets clogged, all the water is just going to go through your ceiling. On here, there's called a float or a safety switch that could be put on here. So once the water passes this level, this switch goes into effect and turns the unit off until you have it serviced. That would be acceptable. Or a secondary drain would be even better, but we might not have that. We've got our air filter here. It's a 20 by 25 by 1. It's at the unit. Let me see if I can move some of these parts out of the way. Somebody's been here working and stuff, getting things done. This is how you change your air. Oh, we don't have one. Nobody put it. Oh, because this is a 20 by 25. Well, I'll put an air filter in here before I get it started. But I found it without an air filter. Now I'm going to require some visualization here. But let's just say the door's closed like this. That's your air intake. All right. This door is not sealed. All right. And you shouldn't have a return air vent within 10 feet of your furnace. If carbon monoxide was to spill out here, it would come down here and get sucked in to your return air, Got that? Carbon monoxide comes out of here, gets sucked into your return air because it's too close, and then goes back through the system and gets distributed, because the carbon monoxide will go through your filter, it'll go through your coils, and then the carbon monoxide gets distributed all throughout the home. So everybody goes to sleep all together for a real long time. So this should be sealed off. Another vent should be installed someplace, and this door should be insulated. That would have been ideal. At a bare minimum, and I'm not encouraging anybody to do something like this whole cavity would be sealed so that when it's closed, then it would be okay for this vent to be here. I'm not saying it'd be acceptable. I'm just saying, like, it'd be less than, death. So what did we learn? Our return air is too close. Our door is not sealed. We do not have a Care Use Manual. We learned that we do not have a sediment trap for our gas line. We learned that we don't have a secondary drain line. We learned that we don't have ventilation in the attic, and we learned that we do not have a thimble fire blocking plate. That's what we learned.